Welcome. Welcome. Are we good? Are we fair? We're fair. We've arrived. Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Ewok Templar. Diablo 4 once again. I know. It's been a battle. It's been an uphill climb. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. Let's get into it. I have my third wizard finally to show off. And the one I said I was going to do Conjuration with. But, excuse me. Played Conjuration with her for quite a while. And honestly, it's good. But I think I explained this last time, that you just end up like looking at the bottom of the screen, watching your cooldowns. And it works, it's effective. You just sort of stand there though, just dropping everything. I still think that Hydra is pretty broken if you just went a straight Hydra build. Another favorite of mine is Lightning Spear. But strangely enough, me looking up good Conjuration builds led me down this weird build that I made on my own, because I was like, what if I just did what I want? And using the multi-element things I learned from the different Conjuration builds, like what we have here. We have Enchantment Master. I feel like it's a excuse me, any build I do. I got some water right here. Give me a second. Any build I do should have Enchantment Master. I like Enchantment Master too much not to use it. We have Frigid Fate for the vulnerability damage. And then we have what we got over here. Fundamental Release, also adding to the vulnerability and the critical damage. And then right here, I think we could replace this one. Elemental Summoner, although it does make our Lightning Spear really nice and beefy. Because we're getting Conjuration damage. What else? What else? Cooldown reduction, not a lot, but some. More Conjuration damage. And just non-physical damage all around. For everything, for the rest of your build. And I could replace that, but it does make the Lightning Spear like... I like to use the Teleport as my get out of jail free card. Lightning Spear becomes my second get out of jail free card. If things get too rough, I could just release the Lightning Spear and run away. Although, nothing can stand up. Nothing can really stand up against this. Because what we're doing, we're basically... I took everything I liked from all my other builds, except for Static Energy. Which, it's still there, but it's nothing. It's like, just one of the modifiers for Teleport, just because I didn't need the other one. Which, I mean, later on, when we're on higher difficulties, we could switch it to the one that increases your resistances, because that would just make sense. But for now... it's just a combination of everything I've learned from the other builds. Now, what we're doing is simple. And I'll explain it. We're running Fireball once again, but we're actually using it as a main weapon system now. Think of this as a weird, multicultural, multi-elemental Fireball build. Because not only are we using it as a main weapon and an enchantment, we've combined it with Frozen Orb enchantment. And as you can see with the Enchantment Master, they get buff. And Frost Orb also, it's modified. It explodes and makes things vulnerable. Which we're gonna need, which we're gonna like. Cause you're probably wondering why I have two basics right here. This is part of the whole thing right here. This all comes together. As you can see, we have Arc Clash on our hotkeys. It's weaponized, we're using it. But Spark is just sort of sitting around. It's filled up, it exists. Why is it there? I'll explain here in a minute. I'll explain why it's there. Everything else, we got Fat Blizzard with the ice spikes. We're running a lot for chill and vulnerable damage. I just grabbed the frost skills, have a 21% chance to freeze something just because we're throwing out free ice orbs. They're exploding all over the place. We're dropping blizzards while we're moving with our Arc Clash. We have this to clean up, just to add a little that critical chance build up, just a little bit more right there. And then we have the damages. Increased damage while healthy. Keep in mind right now, this one, Inner Flames, it's part of the fire build, right? But you don't have to do anything fire with it. It just comes with you deal more damage if you're healthy. So if you have max health, you just deal more damage. You stack that with your vulnerability damage. Your damage to chill, your damage while having a frost. This one's damage for having a frost skill just equipped. You just have it. And then burning damage because we're using Fireball as a main and it's making things burn. Get that mana regen up. We're actually running something I thought I never would run because I didn't really like it, but now that I have it, it's alright. It's alright, I'm not gonna lie. Enlightenment. This is my first time and only time using Enlightenment, and it's pretty nice. I don't have cooldown reduction, but that's okay because our teleport's already pretty low. Because I'm doing something special. I'm actually running Glass Cannon. We're actually running Glass Cannon because this character, this is Alicia. I don't know if I ever showed you guys. I probably never did. Maybe once or twice. Literally based on one of my D&D characters, who was an elemental wizard. And the whole thing we're doing with this whole stack thing, the bread and butter, the idea behind all of this, is because we're using this staff called Vox Omnium. Now, Vox Omnium's very special. It adds to your basics. But also, once you cast a core skill, it will shoot one of the bolt basics, 2 of them, out as you cast your core skill. And those projectiles will deal 90% increased damage. So not only do you get free 2 bolts, matching the elements of your last 2 non-core skill casts, basically a fancy way of saying either conjuration or your basic. Or an ultimate, I guess, would count too. Or just no, yeah, ultimate would count as well. But basically, it's doing more damage now. And if you remember from what we learned last time, your modifiers and your enchantments count towards every version that would count as it being cast. So when this thing goes off and it shoots off the 2 sparks, not only is their damage increased by 90%, they are level 5. They get this, and they get that. So critical chance is already building every time we shoot it off. We're getting more and more critical chance, and not to mention, it's 26%. Nothing special. But what we're really running on is that vulnerability damage, because what Alicia's really has really big. The big flopper that Alicia has is a lucky hit chance of 81%. So about 4 out of 5 of her attacks, 4 out of 5 of them go off with lucky hit. And then about 78%, so 4 out of 5 out of the 4 out of 5. So maybe like 3 out of 5 attacks. A little bit more than half of my attacks will make the enemies vulnerable. And if I fire off a free Ice Orb, the Ice Orb automatically makes them vulnerable for 3 seconds. It just automatically does that. Pay attention. Pay attention. All my Ice Orbs, including the ones I get for free, are gonna make enemies vulnerable in their explosion for 3 seconds. Just automatically. So let's get it started. I want to show you how this works. Because what happens when the hunters went up? Start a grind session. Get this party started. Let's get a party started. I have the microphone closer again. I'm going to try to control my volume. I'm going to try. ET is a little bit of a raving lunatic, you see. He goes off on things. He goes left and then he goes right. But I really wanted to make a staff build. And if I can get it to go off, as you can see, she shoots a fireball out and she gets the 2 lightnings for free. But every now and then, you get the beautiful all 3 elements at the same time. Because not only does the fireball unleash 2 sparks, it also unleashes a frost orb. So we just got this shotgun of power blasting through them. Not to mention, since we're using Arc Lash just like Madara, we can really just grind through them with a bunch of free Ice Orbs flying off as well, as they explode in really big fireballs. I wish I knew this a long time ago about the modifiers also adding into the free cast. Because all that time I was with Decima, I should have leveled up. Should have sacrificed 2 points to put into Fireball to at least get Fireball with the 50% increased diameter. But not only are we doing that, we also have Fat Blizzard with the Ice Spikes. So we can just go to town. We can just hammer down on some fools. And it's funny because even though she's running glass cannons, she's just throwing out so much damage that it's no props. Elementalist goes off and she looks really cool while that happens, I gotta admit. She gets this shield, this elemental bubble shield, and a bunch of other stats like her damage goes up, her mana regen goes up. A bunch of other stuff happens. The Elementalist things that happen. I'm not gonna lie. Gotta love the shotgun. Gotta love that shotgun. I love it. Brings me back. Just hit him with everything. Negotiations are now short forever. Anyone shows up, they can be immune, they can be resistant to one thing, but they're not resistant or immune to everything. We're blasting them. And I have Ice Orb equipped, so if we just want to drop an Ice Orb, we can. If there's any time just need to drop an Ice Orb. After the first explosion goes off, whether it's Fireball or Ice Orb, either explosion goes off, you definitely want that Ice Orb in there, because that Ice Orb's giving that vulnerable. But as you saw, I don't even need the Ice Orb to do it, because I have a really high lucky hit, vulnerable hit chance. I have like a 3 out of 5 explosions, even without Ice Orb. 3 out of 5 will make them vulnerable for at least 2 seconds, in which case they'll start taking more damage.
Please, take it back.
We're playing stick sack stuff with the best of them. Yeah, but I'm having fun. At the end of this, hopefully I remember, because I kind of want to show off my rogue again, because I've learned some things about her. I've changed some of the enchantments, and boy, can you cause a ruckus with Flurry. Let me tell you. Can you dance the magic dance? Dance magic dance David Bowie style with that Flurry. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, if I knew what I know, what I knew, what I know now. Which honestly, if you do it right, I think now that I've learned and actually used the werewolf build with the druid, it's pretty fast, but I think if you did the Flurry just right, especially combined with dash and shadow, or what's it called? Shadow step? I think the rogue might be the one that can actually be the fastest to clear a dungeon. You just gotta learn how to use it. Learn how to control its power. Because that Flurry, there's a way you can just start pounding them out and sacrificing your health for them instead of your mana. And it gets ridiculous. You can just be flying around the room. You gotta tap it just right, because otherwise you end up staying still, not attacking anything. It has a weird attack radius though, because it's not like the Nova. It looks like a Nova, but it doesn't act like the Nova. There's a lot of things stop it from reaching enemies, so you gotta be like, you gotta learn how to use it. Yep, there's the level. I thought I was like 5 million away, but apparently I've gained 5 million XP just in this one dungeon. And it's right at the end too. What are you at? Oh my god. Take a penny, leave a penny, I guess. Oh, we're celebrating this though. We're celebrating Elysia. We made it to 275. I can't believe it. We're 25 levels away. We might start slowing down now, because I've noticed that like if I put in about 4 to 5 hours each day, that gets me there. So for now, it takes me about 2 days, about 2 4-hour sessions to get a level. If I go balls to the walls with Decima and just do a full run, I can even do it even faster. Because the most I ever made with her, like not opening chests, not giving a dang about anything, letting items drop, not picking anything up, letting my inventory get in full, not clearing it out for new legendaries. If I don't care about a dang thing, if I just run through the dungeons, I think the most I did consistently was 47 million XP in an hour. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It was about 14 to 15 dungeons. I'm hoping, I don't know if I can. if I reworked things to where she could also use her teleport and not be attached to... Because right now Alicia has the teleport, and so did Madara. Madara has a really fast teleport, Alicia doesn't. She has a fast teleport, but it's not as fast as Madara. Madara has it down to like a 3-second cooldown, while Alicia has about a 4-second cooldown. But, I mean, they're both using Arc Lash, and one of Arc Lash's modifier is whenever you hit, your cooldowns go down by a certain amount. I don't know why those little demons are turning invisible too. I thought it was just the rogue guys that do that, but whatever. Sometimes my fireball's invisible, I don't know why. We just go roll with the flow. Actually, no, I think I actually cast Blizzard that time. That's what it was. Wait, will you play the songs? God. Oh, gee, Proby's pro. So we are faster than Decima, because we have the 200% movement speed and we have a 4-second teleport. And our Arc Lash brings down the teleport time, so we're fine. And I think there is a way to set up Decima to have the same thing, to where we can have the 200 movement speed. But I need to find another good pair of pants. Now, let me show you right now. We already leveled up, so we can do this a little bit more casually. We don't have to be the fastest. If we can find another Tessus of the Dawning Sky with 22% movement speed, that would be the thing that turns it over. We also have to find a perfect pair of boots that has at least 20 movement speed, and same thing with an amulet, 20 to 22. And then you buff them up, and then you should be able to reach the 200. Because the thing I've been using instead of the defensive skill one, which adds a lot movement speed, is this enchantment right here. You gain 20% movement speed, and then lose it for 2.5 seconds if you take damage. That one is getting my 80% to 100 on both Alicia and Madara. So both of them can move faster than Decima technically, even though Decima ends up still being faster because her attacks go off while she's at full speed. Well, even if I'm using Madara and Alicia to teleport and Arc Lash around, that slows them down because they have to attack. And it's fine. It works. It's cool. But so far, Decima's still the fastest because she doesn't need to push a button to attack. It automatically starts going. Perpetual motion style. But the thing about setting up this style, getting the 200% movement speed this way, is that if I do this, then I can't have the 100% critical strike chance. Because the 100% critical strike chance really relies on those boots. The Isu's something boots. But as you see, Alicia's critical strike chance is only about 25%. Some change. And Madara's is pretty good. I think his is about 80%. But that's the way his items are set up. He wants that. He needs that critical strike chance for his fire build. Well, Alicia, not so much. Not so much, seeing as she's more worried about vulnerability damage, and it works out very well.
Something for your troubles.
You'd rather be making things vulnerable than getting that 100% critical strike chance. And honestly, with cackling energy, that 100% critical strike chance really helps out. Really helps bring home the bacon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to set it up. I can try, but I don't know if it's going to work the same as well. Because you need that high crit chance, and you need that 200% movement speed. And I like having it 100% for her. The thing I could do is set her up just like Madara, to where it's like at least 80%. Actually, I think I got his up to like 90% at some point. It might be that high. That's still pretty good. That works out just fine. I'm not mad at that. But it's definitely not where I would like it to be, but I'm not mad at it. My horse is a ghost. It's integral to the plot. So I'm watching through Red vs. Blue again. Forgot how good that Machina was. I was trying to think, and I couldn't remember. I could have swore I saw at least one other Halo-based Machina that was actually good, but I forgot what it was called. So I didn't know how to look for it. We'll have to look for that later. Does anyone know? Does any of y'all know some decent Machinas out there? I remember there was this one that I think Rooster Teeth was also doing, or at least had a hand in, that was using, what was it called? Shadowrun? That's the one where we got the quote, "The moon, it's chasing me. Knock it off, moon." Oh, I'm coming up there. Uh-oh, someone's exploding. I'm gonna ignore that for now. Oh, another thing I discovered is that on super rare chance, it is actually possible to get mythic uniques on expert. You have to, it's very rare though. You have to get that special key that gets you the mythic treasure goblin. And it was kind of awesome because I got it and it was literally a purple key. And I was like, what the hell? Mystic treasure breach. And there was only one treasure goblin in the entire dungeon, and it was a purple one. Just like one of these, but with purple letters. And I'll show you. We got one. He dropped one. See that? He dropped a singular resplendent spark. He was also supposed to drop runes, I think. But for some reason, he didn't give me runes. He just gave me iron ore. I don't know what runes are, but I didn't get any. But still, if I get just one more of those keys, that'll be enough for me to go to the blacksmith and get at least one mythic unique to pop out of a mythic unique cache. So that'd be pretty sweet. Hopefully I get something good. Something that helps Decima become more of a scooper. Something that helps me get that movement speed without that enchantment so I can start teleporting again. That'd be pretty nice. I don't know what it would be though. A really, really nice pair of boots. I think the perfect solution would be that pair of that pants. I usually wasn't running that pants though, the Tesseract stuff, even though it does add the movement speed, because I wasn't thinking about it that way. I just thought it's a very defensive based unique. And I was like, well, I could just throw another, I can have a regular legendary on and have a better toughness rating if I just upgrade a regular legendary rather than use these pants. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I realized that the pants had some movement speed and can have some decent movement speed on it too. Most of them that I found had at least 18% movement speed. And that was pretty cool, and I didn't think about it until I started using it with my rogue. And I was like, huh, what if I found a way to build around this so that I could have a fast movement speed and have a really fast teleport cooldown? And thus the insanity begat the different builds. But I still haven't applied it to Decima because I didn't want to mess with it. I liked what we were doing, it was working. You know what I mean? Don't broke what ain't fixed. Ow. We like to have a good time around here, though. Still, though. Oh my god, it's like clockwork. Haven't been listening to music. All of a sudden started listening to music. All of a sudden all the anti-smoking commercials. Anti-vaping. They put formaldehyde in their dead animals. That's put in dead bodies too. We're not gonna talk about that right now. But you're puffing it. You're huffing it and puffing it. When you're trying to pretend you're Steamboat Willie. You're putting chemicals inside your body. And it's like, wait till they hear about going outside and breathing. The world's going to boner soup and we're supposed to care, but at the same time it's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? You took away all my tools, then got mad at me when I wasn't able to do anything about anything. Then when I asked for my tools back, he got all mad and started getting all twitchy, and it's like, well... When you invite nothing but butt clowns to a party, you can't get mad at them when they rip out a rubber fanny. Alright? Reap what you sow. You get what you deserve. So I'm just gonna play it cool and let the truth set me free, because I don't have time for all this nonsense out there. I've lived a righteous, do nothing but the right thing life, and I'm not ashamed of it, and I don't care anymore. Not gonna be involved with any of this wishy-washy back and forth. He said, she said, BS. That sounds like a you problem to me, Captain Kapow and the Funky Bunch. I'm just keeping it real. Been a long time since I ran into a stander. Ran into one guy who commented on my stander shame name. I couldn't talk to him though, because he was in game chat, and I wasn't gonna set any of that nonsense up. I showed up, deleted his world event. He had a little giggle about my name. And I said hello and then ran away and disappeared into the darkness, as I do. As I do. Because I'm a gentleman. You want to get to know me, you have to come and find out. Now, come on now. I don't give this away for free. Unless you're part of the channel, then you get it. You get it through this avenue right here. The madman talking nonsense directly into your ear. This was my plan. This is how I was gonna break into colored houses. My polo boots and hella dark colored outfits. This is it. This is now. Is it a great plan? No, but it's working kind of. No comment. Trying to find more good movies. Does anyone know any good movies? Found myself going back to the classics. You know what I did see that was new that I liked was the new Naked Gun. I appreciated that, especially the callback to the old ones. They had the pictures of all the fathers, different police fathers on the wall. One of them was the O.J. Simpson, and of course the guy looks up to it and then he looks back down and shakes his head like, no, I'm not gonna say anything. It was pretty good. But the thing is, I wanted to watch more, because that's one of the things me and my mom used to do a lot. When we would have this little game where we would quote movies, then the other one would have to remember which movie it was from. And now I'm having difficulty. We did it so much, I'm having difficulty to make new ones for me and her to use. The movies used to be a lot more quotable. But now I'm also running into the problem of, because she lives far from me now, is like figuring out We have to like discuss what we've seen and what we haven't seen, just so that we can find material to use. So now it's more of a discussion. It's more of just like it's more of a regular discussion about movies rather than the game, because we have such a lack of comparable material right now. So we're trying to watch the same movies, you know, that are good though. Cause I know my mom's like, I know her. I wouldn't say I'm like her confidant, and I like know everything about it, but I have a knowing of her. You know what I mean? So I know her personality. So I'm trying to find things that would not that are good, that wouldn't upset her too much, because she's very emotional, just like me. She's a very emotional person. It's been a struggle. Because then, now that I'm older, I just don't have the time. Also, I don't have... Because the thing about it, the trick was when I was younger, and I was really into it, like every summer we'd watch a bunch of movies. And sometimes they were the same movies over and over again, because like it'd been a while since we watched it. It'd been like a year. I'm like, oh, that's a good one, put it on.
I can't stay.
But now you have all these movies out, and I watch them like once. I go, yeah, it was good, and I just sort of, I never go back to watch it again, because now my memory has somehow gotten better and worse at the same time. Like I remember the movie, but there's not a quote or a line from it that I want to quote, because like,
it won't go well.
Like Rush Hour, for example. You can't just sell a box of grease. Like, that's such a good random line to throw out there and be like, what are you talking about? Here's a good one. You guys remember this one? If I take one more step, it'll be the furthest I've ever been from home. And then the camera, the scene changes to where it's a zoomed out shot. And like, the houses and the hills and the farms are like literally like right behind them. Not that far. Oh, it was a good time. Hey, it's a snake god, guys. I'm glad to know they're still around and doing well. Looks like they're making weird effigies. You know, if you're gonna worship a snake god, wouldn't you eat his food? Wouldn't you be eating, like, I don't know, rodents and small birds? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I just see all the dead bodies, like, stringed up just like the cannibals, but I guess maybe there's more of like these are more like ritual killings, like summoning killings. And I don't know, I just don't... If it's a snake god, why does it need human sacrifices? Wouldn't it need like gerbils or something? Rabbits? Basically small mammals, right? Because I know the anaconda can swallow a person. But it's not the universal... Oh, she looks nice. It's not the universal... Sorry. Got distracted. It's not the universal symbol for snakes, you know what I mean? Snakes come in all shapes and sizes. You can't just put them in one singular snake box. Some snakes will eat other snakes. It's a snake eat snake world over there. Heck, the symbol for the Ouroboros is what they're all about. That happens. They're a little bit more complicated, is what I'm saying. Not like other gods. It's not like just evil Molag Baal. You know what I mean? You can't just kill people and bring me their skulls. That's pretty simple, right? The snake god's more complicated, more complex than that. For example, you got these freak jobs where they're snake people, but they also have like these scythe arms. What's that about? Are those supposed to be like giant fang arms or something? They have big fangs on their arms. Seems a little banana sandwich to me. It's a whole nother beast, you know what I'm saying? Just a whole nother beast. Whole nother idea. Are they summoning them from another snake dimension, or are they using snake magic to turn themselves into those things? Because if that's the case, you definitely have to be dedicated. It's not like you're gonna go to your local Blockbuster and be like, hey, can I rent this Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 with your your fang hands? Now you have to use your hands like chopsticks everywhere you go? It's just... There's too much. It's too much. It's a lot. I'm just saying, you gotta be prepared. You go into the snake god options like that. Oh, this dungeon's already done, right? Yeah, forgot about that. We got the Heroic thing at the end, not the beginning. Life, am I right? Makes fools of us all. Of us all. I like this build a lot, though. You get a nice hammer down feeling. A nice breach and clear feeling from it. Up close and personal while being a glass cannon. Being all squishy, but explosive. A squishy explosion. A gushing effect. That's what a gush is, right? You think about a gush or a gusher. What are gushers? So would you just label an artificial fruit snack or candy? All I know is that's the best way to describe an explosion that is also mushy is a gush. It's a pretty good word. Whoever invented that word was paying attention. They were like, you know what? We got some explosions going on, but they're not like regular explosions. They're kind of mushy. Ooh, technician. I wish more of the boards were universal, because then you find yourself going back and forth trying to find the ones you want to use, but then you want to use... The ones you want to use won't go well there. I'm locked on expert, so I have no idea how to level up the glyphs, but I'm sure it has something to do with getting up to tier 1, at least. Something unlocks. Whatever the underground city of whatever, or the tower of whatever those things are. They'd probably help out a lot when it comes to the whole glyph thing. I have no idea. Never even bothered to look it up. but leveling the glyphs up so they have a wider radius, I think, is a thing, and that'd be super useful, because there's a lot of glyphs you end up wanting to use, but you can't use them because the area around them has got nothing. It's always like, you gotta use dex, you gotta use willpower, and then you look around and there's like 4 of them, so it's literally like one short.
You deserve this.
It's like, why weren't these made more universal?
Like you.
It's just slowing me down. This is how powerful you could be if you were special. But you ain't. Whatever happened to the pink sauce? Didn't like the company buy it? And not then like but it was like brown. It just stayed. It looks like honey mustard now. Is it still around? Did it still do well? You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when they made, I forgot who did it, but they made the purple and green ketchup. And it's like, why didn't they bring that back instead? It tasted just like ketchup. Well, it's a different color. I'd give it a go. At least green ketchup would still work, because, like, there's green tomatoes, right? If I remember correctly. Purple. I could do it. I know when they first came out, people were like, oh, the color doesn't match. So now my mind is like, oh, all wibbly wobbly. It goes wibbly wobbly from tree to tree, because I can't, the color doesn't match the flavor. I was like, would you want it to? Would you really? I mean, I could do it, but I think French fries would be the only thing that could get away with it, because French fries are so salty and based that you could switch it up. Ketchup's already kind of sweet. But honestly, people dip their fries into shakes because you get that sweet and salty mixture that works for some reason. So like if you had like a sweet, grape flavored ketchup, I think it could work. I think with fries, now that I've gotten older, I've experienced something that I never thought about. I mean, I experienced this years ago, maybe in my early 20s when I first noticed it. But you get to an age where things get too sweet. You never thought there'd be such thing as something that's too sweet. I think they made a joke about it. It was like on... It was on The Simpsons, where it was so sweet. And Homer started shoveling dirt in his mouth. He was like, sweet, sweet, sweet. I feel like it's the thing that only the old people can get behind. It's like, you wouldn't describe it as too sweet, though. You describe it as too rich. You know what I mean? Like, when you were a kid, you would just throw chocolate syrup on a spoon and shove it in your mouth and be like, yes, delicious. More, please. But now if you do that, at least for me, it's somehow warm and tingly. Anyone else notice? Anyone else do that? Anyone else go back? Let the fat kid inside have a day. Grab something, shove it in your mouth, and then be like, Christ, that's too sweet. I've never experienced this before. Now it's here. Now I have to fight it. I have to fight the sweetness. And I need to add almond milk or bread to spread it out. I've made a mistake. I can feel my blood pressure increasing. Anyone else have that experience yet? I remember getting in my early 20s and just being like, because like it'd been like years since I had like a real regular soda. I'd always been grabbing the diet. Like if I got it at a restaurant, if they didn't have the diet, I would mix it with like the tea or the punch. Water it down a bit, especially if it was the tea. The punch would just be a different kind of heavy sweetness, where it was super sweet but not spicy. It was like fruity sweet. So you would like sip it slowly because it'd be like that. It would feel like that early onset diabetes. If you drank it too fast, you'd get almost like a dizzy spell. But yeah, I remember being in my 20s and just getting a regular soda, being like, you know what? It's been a while since I just had just a straight up root beer. And I was like, good Christ. And I had to drink it slowly. I had to put a bunch of ice in it because it's too powerful. It's too strong. I feel like it was like summoning sugar demons in my mouth. Which is funny because like there's certain things where that doesn't happen. Like honey. I can have the honey and I get the warm feeling. But it's not like, wow, this is too sweet. This is too rich. I gotta call someone. I need milk or bread. Or some sort of hybrid. Some sort of milk bread. Sugar's weird. It really exposes how weird the body is. Well, I mean, it's evolution, right? Sugar is supposed to be like rare. Supposed to be in nature. You get it in fruit and some juices from plants. But it's not like crazy amounts. It's not like, whoa. I can see colors now. The rain is gone. I can see multi-planar dimensions in my way. It's not that type of sugar. I feel like the body liked it because it's such like a fast energy. The body gets the sugar and it's like, oh my god, I can use this for everything. And I can burn it so fast. Like sugar's like the natural gas of the food world. And I was like, oh, I could shove it into things and it's easy. And your body being the human body and evolution and knowing like there's changing of the seasons, there's up times and down times, there's easy times and hard times. It goes, you know what, this sugar's so good, I would look like the real MVP if I saved this all for later, if I just shoved it into the back, all of it. Your body's not thinking, you know what if there's just way too much sugar and we become a huge gelatinous mess that can't run away from the lions? It's like, there's no way. There's no way there's that much sugar. It's rare. There's no way there's that much sugar out there. And if there is, it means the lions are super far away, so let's not even worry about it. Just make it all into fat. Take it all. Shove it in there. Make new shelves where shelves didn't used to be. And when the hard times come, we'll have all this precious sugar saved up, and it'll be a square business. Don't worry about it. I got this. And the body does it so much that it makes the heart explode. And I think, wow, that's crazy. The body's preparing for hard times that aren't coming, but it prepares for them so hard. It gets so ready. It freaking. Like a hoarder combined with a survivalist, is that what they're called when they build the bunkers? That's what it's like. Kind of like rich people and money. It's like they get to shove this into all the different orifices. Surely good things will happen. And then, you know, the heart explodes. And it's like, whoa, dude, that wasn't supposed to happen. I think you messed up somewhere. Yeah, the body's weird. That's all I'm saying. Surprised Cells at Work didn't cover that. That would have been an awesome episode. Sounds like Excel Saga almost. Like, don't you think it'd be a problem if we just filled all the orifices with all this sugar? Nah, shove it in. Keep shoving until there's nowhere left to shove. Excelsior. And then hard explosion. And then they gotta work through that. And they're like, oh man, that was... How could we have prevented this? There's no way there was that much sugar out in the world. I did the calculations were all here. The Bruce Spark beetle should have eaten the sugar before it got to us. It doesn't make sense. How could this have happened? How? Yeah, nature's weird sometimes, you know? I mean, look at narwhals. I think about this one a lot. Alright, so you're in the ocean, and you need to fish and defend yourself. And your go-to is to headbutt things aggressively with your mouth open. You just slam your teeth into things. Ah! Ah! Like a canine. Just jab it. Don't bite. Biting would make sense. Instead, swing your face around and try to stab with your teeth. Just slap things with your open mouth face. And then you have to do it for so long.
Help us get out of here.
Like evolution has a step in. Because narwhals are just dying left or right? Necks are getting broken, faces are getting smashed in, teeth are being lost. And eventually evolution has to stop and be like, you know what? What if we make the tooth longer? And more stabby? Stronger? And it does. And oh yeah, it's more, but... Good job, evolution. It's more stabby. I'll give you that. But now it's like you have to have your mouth open. It's an inconvenient location. If only there was a way we could get our stabbing tooth on the front of our face.
Here. Something for your troubles.
If that's not evidence of God right there. And the fact that he obviously listens to Slipknot. Because if the narwhal isn't evidence of the only way is all the way, I don't know what is. But yeah, narwhals. Too big evidence, too big epiphanies. God is real and he's a maggot. He's a Slipknot fan. I can tell just by looking around. Makes sense, makes sense. So that makes me think, man, if you ever saw a fat narwhal, it's time to play the lottery. 'Cause we are getting a crazy combination of a bunch of things happening at the same time. Like, you might have found a nexus in the causality of reality if you find a fat narwhal. I would say roll with the punches, man. Now's the time. Now's the time to clean house, clean it up, become a man of action. Get your name out there, start touching things. Appropriately, of course. Sanctuary's gotta be a weird place to live. Not only are demons absolutely real, there's a chance you could end up working next to them. Just someday at your job. And they won't be like doing anything except their job right next to you. I think it's kind of a banana sandwich.
Cantor Adia, stop writing to me about the cave-ins and do as I told you previously. Dispose of the bodies in the tunnels. Give the families some coin to temper their anger. We need only a bit more stone to complete Homath's stronghold.
That makes me think about Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss.
Will not jeopardize.
And it makes me think, what the hell?
If you see this through, you
Where the
can
hell
leave
that
the
came
mine to the
from?
locals and return to
Like, were there a bunch of like
civilization.
Invader Zim fans sitting around going, you know what, we need something that reminds us of that, but also reminds everyone about our sexual frustration with ourselves, and then turn it up to 11 for some. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. I've watched a few. I plan on going back eventually, but I watch and I go, what happened? What the hell happened? Was the DVD set of Invader Zim not enough? You just need to bring this art style back and then make it just wiener relationship jokes over and over again? Like, what is this? Go outside. Some of those people out there might have sex with you if you just walk around and put it on the table. I don't think this is necessary. It's a bit much. To me, the jokes that go with it just don't land. I'm just like, yes. Okay. Sex. These things happen.
Please!
They're here! Get ready!
The only way out of this is to fight.
Kind of reminds me of how cringy I find the term foodie is, because it's like, everyone likes food. Did you really need to, like, invent a new label for yourself so you can be even more special and separate from everyone else? I like food, but I like food more than normal people. I'm a foodie. What's next? What about that guy who gets energy from breathing, and it's like part of his religion? Is he an oxy? Because he likes oxygen so much? He's an oxygenator? He's an oxidized? Does he get that title? Does that get added on?
Here. Something for your troubles.
What if he likes cake farts? Are you a farter? Are you a farty? Are you a fakakta? Do you need that title? Does that have to be on your card now? Do you have to tell people? I'm a foodie. There's gotta be a new one. I like it when what do you call the person who likes shell-shaded cartoons that are 90% sex jokes. Is that a complexity? A complex sexity? I need to know. Someone explain the science behind this labelisms that we're going through right now. Extra tags. I think it's the hashtags, right? We hashtagged hashtags upon hashtags to help our algorithms even more. And now we've gotten to the point to where we're hashtagging ourselves in reality. I'm a foodie, forced, cat-loving, ADHD, PhD, DAD, farty, scatagory, foodie, touch boy. At one point, does like your business card start to look like hieroglyphics because your title's too long? Why are we here? In a boxed canyon. Standing around. Trying to figure out how to use the sniper rifle. Okay. Elementalist. Jawohl. We like to have a good time around here. Something loud's happening over there. Glad I'm here. The important thing is I'm having a great time. Alright. The elemental slam jams are way more involved to me than they are for all fire. The all fire is alright. Hellfire's alright. I give it a bad rap. But it's not bad. I just think all ice and all lightning are more fun and are better. I like the meaty. I just feel like the thing is you have to do a lot to make the free meteors effective. You have to put in a lot of work to make the free meteors even semi-effective, and it's still not as effective as other stuff. Like, I think even if I got 100% lucky hit chance with Madara, that's still only like 1/10 of my attacks will be getting free meteors, which is still a lot. Like if he attacks fast enough, you combine that with your arc whip and incinerate and fireball, of course, because fireball is actually a really good lucky hit chance. But if you're spamming fireball to kill them, I mean, you're probably gonna kill them before the meteor spawns anyway. It might be more useful, and it might come into play more once we get to the hard difficulties, and there's actually a decent amount of enemies still just standing around alive, not dying instantly. Because then you're more than likely gonna get at least one meteor to come down, and then maybe the modifier for meteor will go off if it hits 3 enemies, so then you'll get a second free meteor after you get a free meteor. And thanks to Star Coronet and a bunch of other enchantments, it's a bunch of meteors, not just one meteor, so it's like this big orbital shotgun.
Only way out of this is to fight.
It's pretty nice. But still, it just doesn't go off as often as other stuff. Consider how many free frost orbs I get just from walking around slapping people and giving them a little slap ass. A little slappy slap-slapperoo. And each one's exploding, causing vulnerable, which then I can hit them again for 600% damage increase. Like, it's just so effective and ridiculous.
We may yet survive!
Did anyone ever find out if Troubleman's a real person? Another thing about it, probably not, right? There'd be music videos by now with a real person. Give them the blood crystal. Come on now. We have to clean this up. There we go. A clean burning hell for a clean burning lady. That's the gist of it. I know I went off on a few tangents there. That's the elemental shotgun, though. They explained it pretty well at the beginning. Let's actually look at these enchantments. That's for the speed. This is doing your physical resistances. Oh, wait, no, non-physical resistances. Just your elemental resistances. Sorry. This really helps out a lot, though. This one right here. Casting one of the elemental skills increases your mana regeneration by 20%. You combine that with Fireball exploding and they're burning, and then you get that 45% from your skills. So, after a big explosion, you're getting at least a 65% increase to your mana regeneration. And then at maximum stacks, control bonus becomes 120% for 10 seconds. That's pretty. You get all your mana back instantly. You can drop a bunch of blizzards if you need to there. And then this one just feels like no-brainer, right? Fireball is causing a mobilize. Shock's making your speed increase, which I don't need with this build because my speed's already maxed out. But the frost skill automatically giving you a barrier. That one's pretty good because then I don't know if it goes off for all the free frost orbs. Like every time you cast a frost skill. I know when I do it on purpose, it should. Hold on, let's go back and look for it quick. We were going so fast. Yeah, it doesn't count for the free ones. But if you launch one yourself, it does. So that's why I said, like, it's weird when certain things say when you cast a skill it goes off, because, like, it's the same wording when you get to, like, the unstable currents enchantment that Decima uses, but for some reason the crackling energy does make that go off. But I just showed you an example where it says right here, casting a frost skill grants a barrier, but your frost enchantment, casting a skill has a 39% chance to launch a frozen orb. I know it uses that word right there to where it says launch instead of cast, but maybe that's it. Because I can't remember the wordage on the other enchantment. Do I have anything that has it on there? Oh no. This is where it gets confusing, because I don't think crackling energy says anything about you cast a crackling energy. It just says crackling energy, like, arcs out from you. Some words like that. Oh, I just want to look at it real quick. Do 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 do. That's while unstable currents is being used. Barrier damage be okay to add with this build if you're casting ice, or just an ice build altogether, really. Oh, where is it? I don't remember it being all the way down here. While unstable currents is not active, your shock skills, see it says it there, skills, have a 40% chance to trigger a free cast from it. That might be the wordage. That might be the style of like Magic the Gathering, to where you have to pay attention to how it's worded. But that's what it says, shock skills, and I'm pretty sure crackling energy does not count as a skill. But then it sometimes does, but at the same time, what is it? I don't have anything here. There's the other one where like lightning will arc away from you and it counts as a shock skill. So maybe that's the thing that's actually making the unstable currents and enchantment go off. But it feels like it goes off way more often than that little random lightning bolt. But we'll see. Hold on, like I said, I kind of want to show you, I want to show everyone Standard Shame again, just because I figured you can keep on spamming her flurry even after she's out of energy. And then if she's using a switch to Inner Sight instead of the combo points, I still like the combo points a lot. But with Inner Sight, hold on, where is it? Inner Sight, you can combine it with this Inner Sight enchantment. Also, I know the movement speed's the same, but doesn't her 200% look way faster than other people's 200%? It reminds me of Altair's run from their first Assassin's Creed.
Get that one. There's one.
I was gonna show it off. I don't want to freak these people out next to me. These stranger dangers.
That's one.
Because now we can just pump them out like crazy.
There's one. There is honor in finishing the job.
Hello.
See what I mean? Oh, let's try to run Surat's lair real quick. Can show you. I think she has the potential of being the fastest, but as you'll see, Flurry acts a little bit weird. It's powerful, but then sometimes it just says, you didn't kill that guy for some reason. Like, just randomly. See, like that one spider right there? You'll see. It'll happen more often. He'll come over here, bounce around a little bit. He was on the ceiling, so it makes sense that he was still alive. And then you have a weird problem with corners, too. You saw that? Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Stander, get out of there. Hold on. If you do it just right, though, you'll get your mana, you'll get your energy back before it runs out. And then you can just keep going. Ooh. Kasadu. There you go. Come on, give me energy, bro. Give me the energies. An LG, Proby's bro. You can't go crazy. If you're already crazy, then you're just in your natural state. God, everyone knows that. Ooh. We got ourselves a sigil. Nice. Come on. Don't do this to me, Billy. Oh, I also found a way to now, the way I'm changing it up, I can have the Shadow Step enchantment. I didn't know it was a mobility enchantment. I thought I lost track of it completely. I thought I was crazy. I was like, wasn't there a Shadow Step enchantment? To where you could get a Shadow Step to charge back immediately if you got an instant kill with the Shadow Step. So we have even more mobility now. We could just... I guess it didn't kill him. I don't know. He's not doing enough damage. You know, I could swear my Shadow Step's level 5, but... what we really want to do is get all your flurries out. Just become a flurry from, like, McDonald's. Become an Oreo flurry. A McFlurry. Now your DPS can be as high as you want. Technically, your DPS is infinity. Kasadu. There you go. Oops. And just like that. You know what I'm saying? How fast was that? We probably missed a few of the tiny spiders. They like to do that. Now I don't know what the deal is because our blast radius is pretty nice. I think it has something to do with the spawner guys, like the fat ones that explode into spiders. I think it's something like that. You kill them so fast that while they're exploding, I think a lot of the spiders, while they're in the air before they touch the ground, I think they have iframes. So that's why you don't hit them, even though it looks like you should have already. But yeah, that was Sarat's dungeon done in like, I don't even know, what was that? If you give me a minute for the chest, there was a world event. Like 4 minutes? 5 minutes? 4? Really? Could probably definitely compete with Decima, but still did not get the same amount of XP for some reason. I don't know why. Then again, I feel like Decima's luckier when it comes to world events. Like every single dungeon she does, she gets 2. She gets at least 2. I have these hide boots, don't know how I got them. But yeah, now if I can somehow pull it off, if I can get better control over it, the rogue might be able to actually do things faster now. But I feel like there's a luck factor coming into play that I'm just not seeing for some reason. Because as fast as I do them, somehow in the end I still only end up doing like 9 or 10 dungeons to Decima's 14 to 15. But yeah, it's a good place to cut it now because we got to go back to grinding. And also it's already late. Got to get ready for bed and do a little bit of grinding. Let me say goodnight to y'all. We'll be back at some point. Thank you all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed Ewok Templar Diablo 4. Going through it, keeping our promise, getting it done. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Thank you all who came out tonight. Thank you all future people. Come back to watch the old episodes. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Keep on posting. We'll see you in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Oh my god. My frames. They've exploded. We don't need